We're joined by Ajay Arora, the CEO of Vera Security. Ajay, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so we got the news over the weekend that the Justice Department has received a warrant to look through these messages on Huma Abedin and Anthony Weiner's laptop. We know that some of these messages could be duplicates of what investigators already found. How likely do you think that is?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, there's probably a good likelihood that there are duplicates, but what would be really interesting if these are actually net new emails that were found. A couple interesting things to point out about this is that if you look at what Clinton's aide is saying, Huma Abedin is saying, she wasn't aware that these emails actually were on the device, or on the laptop. So it raises some other interesting questions. For example, was she actually receiving these emails on a personal account herself? Because if it was a shared laptop, it's very unlikely that was a State Department or otherwise sanctioned laptop by the government. So it raises some very interesting questions. It could be a lot of duplicates, but there very well could be net new emails as well. And it'll be really interesting to see if it's part of this net new, these so-called missing mystery 33,000 emails that seemingly disappeared.
Walk us through this, though, okay? The emails are on the server. They go to Anthony and Huma's computer, okay? How do they get deleted from the server unless somebody went into the server and deleted them, right?
No, that's correct. If there was a deletion on the server...
I'm like a security expert here.
Yes.
See this?
Right,
yes.
right.
Yeah. You're a webmaster. We all know that.
I'm a webmaster.
Yeah. But as you know, that in the digital world, just deleting something once in one place definitely does not imply, or you can't infer from that you're deleting everywhere else. So if it's on another device and they're synced to that device, they could still be there, or they could be on a multitude of other devices as well.
So you think that they could still indeed be on one of Clinton's devices that just hasn't been found yet, or that hasn't come forward? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it certainly could be on one of her devices, but if you're thorough about deleting things, you naturally want to go ahead and delete things off of your devices that you have. But were the people that you shared those emails with actually as careful? We know that John Podesta had a bunch of emails locally synced on his device. It appears that Huma Abedin has as well. So it's too difficult to know. But it's very, very likely that these emails, because emails obviously is meant to share information, is living somewhere out there on the recipient's devices. It's a very good possibility.
All right. First, for new viewers, okay, they're probably not familiar with Peter, who's in the little nook back there at the New York Times. Peter, can we throw Peter up? Okay, Peter is the Chief Content Officer of the company. I love that we're live on Twitter, on the Twitter homepage, Peter, and you didn't clean out the garbage behind you. You still have not cleaned out. Guys, can you two-box me with Peter for a second?
It's real.
That they still have not cleaned out the garbage in the back there. Was that hard? We're like on the homepage of Twitter, you couldn't move garbage out of the back of the Nook?
The garbage, it's not even garbage. You actually knocked over that cheese when you got your jacket before. I should have cleaned that up before. But
we have 40 people at this company. Nobody.
Ask
a real question.
I have a real question.
Ask a
the
real
FBI says it'll take a week to review all these emails. Do you think that's legit, or this can be done much sooner? I mean, a week is a long time. That's almost up to Election Day, basically.
It's like 7 days a week.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how fast you're doing it. If you're doing it programmatically and you're looking for certain keywords, you could run, an algorithm or a script against it to figure things out. There's many things that you can do from an automated standpoint, but if they want to be thorough about it and have human eyes look at it, it could take that long. But it also can be done a lot faster. And look, at the end of the day, what it really comes down to is, are they going to find out something new out of this? There's a lot of interesting legal questions here too. Is she governed by spousal privilege? They just got the subpoena to be able to look at these emails, right? And so you had Comey come out before he even knew what these emails were. So it raises a lot of interesting questions that people have brought up. But programmatically, looking from a cyber level, you could scan through these emails super fast if you know what you're looking for. It's a matter of whether or not you're going to, you know what you're looking for, and if you're going to have human eyes do it, or you're going to have something programmatically do it. There's ways to do it really, really fast. People scan in legal litigation cases millions and millions of pieces of data, fast. So I don't buy that it would necessarily take a full week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks to get to what they're looking for.
Yeah, I had heard up to 3 weeks that it would take, so obviously after the election, but it all comes down to whether or not she committed an intentional crime and mishandled that classified information. Ajay, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for that
Hey,
expert
thanks so much
counsel
for having
there.
me.